MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. Monday again.
It is. And it definitely feels like a Monday morning. Rushing, trying to get back in the swing of things.
Did you notice it being chilly coming in today?
Yeah, it is chilly. It is. You might need a little jacket this morning. I feel like it's probably going to warm up quick, though.
41 right now, but 75 in the forecast for all of us before this is all said and done. So y'all be careful out there as we begin this day.
It looks like a pretty day so far. I think today, will be pretty, but tomorrow is going to be pretty ugly, I think.
Ugly is an understatement, I think. And since you bring it up, let's go ahead and let's talk weather here out of the gate so that everybody is aware of this. Now, if you're watching from home on television, we will be live throughout the day on Facebook, YouTube. I have links to it so you can follow and and if it becomes to where it's a serious matter, we'll go live on all the networks here. Twin States News will go live to cover this so that you'll know exactly where things are. Here's what we're looking at for tomorrow. And we'll look at my radar in a second. But overall, severe weather possible tomorrow. Our area from noon until 8 p.m. is what we're looking at. Now, everything I've read and studied on this, the line of this is really I-20 and south for the level 4. We do have portions of Lauderdale County, Newton County, and also Clark County that are involved in this. Now, this is imaginary lines in between a 3 and a 4. And let's pull up radar where you really know where you live in relationship to these storms. Again, it's an imaginary line. So just because they say that south of I-20 could be a little bit worse, that doesn't mean that your area is not going to get it.
Right.
Here's what we're looking at here on radar as you zoom in to see it better, because that little line there on those radars, you can't see where you live. Let's put on locations. And as we pull this up this morning, we zoom into this. This is going to be Plant Sweat, which is on Valley Road. It's included. You start in Clark County here, Pachuta, all of this area, Enterprise High School, Dunn's Falls, Stuckey's Bridge. Also right here at Goodwater Baptist Church is included in this level 4. Now, it doesn't mean that tornadoes can't happen here. I don't want anybody to misunderstand that. And you come over through Newton. This goes all the way up, taking in Lazy Acres, all the way up here northwesterly to Conahatta. All that red is a level 4 through this area and down south. They're just expecting the tornadoes to begin here, and they'll travel northeasterly across here, which means any of these areas could get extremely bad weather tomorrow. We want you to be safe, and I talked about this. I know it looks corny. It sounds, why are you saying that? These weather plans. Have one. If a tornado warning breaks out, know where you're going within a moment's notice. Because a lot of times it's moments that saves your life. Do not stay in a mobile home.
That's right.
It will destroy them. Any home that is above ground, that doesn't have a slab, wind gets up underneath it. So if you've got a stick-built home that's, like on stilts, so to speak.
Yeah.
My home in Scuba used to have that. It was above the ground. They can go quickly. Go to your nearest storm shelter, whether you've got one like you go to your mom's.
Yeah, my mother has a storm shelter, and we're intending on getting one. I don't know. I said, hopefully nothing happens before we do.
Did you call her ahead and tell her to get the little Debbie snack cakes loaded up? No,
she usually has a stock of food over there.
There's something about bad weather and sitting there to where you just got to eat. You just got to snack on something. Y'all know what I mean.
We were over there yesterday, and she kept trying to send some food home with us. I'm like, just save it for Tuesday, because
we're coming.
We're going to need it.
It or not.
Yeah, it's like a circus over there when we're all in the same house, everybody.
Now, on top of all this, it's going to be a lot of rain also as we pull this back up here, possibly flash flooding. Now, this could be anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. This says 2 to 3, but I almost want to go a little bit higher on this. So let's give it an extra inch there. And what that does is also an aerial flood watch out already, which means conditions and runoff could be heavy. We don't want anything happening to you there. If you remember back at Loretta Lynn's ranch, it was as peaceful and normal, and that creek rose up, and it killed her ranch foreman.
That was horrible.
That quick. And we all watched it live. Yeah. He was just
out our way.
away.
The creeks rise really fast and then get over the road. And I mean, we had a scare a while back. Alden and I were headed somewhere and trying to go, and the road, I mean, even when you think you're on the road, it can, like a heavy flow of water can carry you off the edge of the road.
Right.
Even it doesn't have to be deep. I mean, it can carry you off the edge. And that's kind of what happened to us. And I don't know how I avoided going in the ditch, but thank
Miracle?
goodness. It was scary. Just be extra careful.
My daughter says I say that word
What?
funny. Now I'm scared to say it. Miracle. She goes, that's a miracle.
That's a miracle.
And she says that I'm really country when I say that word.
Oh, I
Madison
know
picks
I'm
on me.
really country, so, and that's fine.
Yeah, I'm glad the way I am.
Yeah.
We also got strong winds possible. So let's go ahead and talk about garbage cans. Let's talk about swing sets and also your famous
Trampoline.
There you go.
Yeah, you want to turn that over if you can. Ours we can't now, but it's like he has it staked in the ground to where it's some
Won't
kind of
go.
thing. Yeah.
Now,
Hopefully it
also
won't.
the little Tykes toys that you keep in your yard, they will be a quarter mile down the road with winds like this. So all of this kind of put where you want it.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned this also this morning. If you live in a home that has a big oak tree or a big pine tree next to it, do not stay in that room to where if it were to snap and land on that room. We have so many people that are killed this way. And also in auto accidents, when storms are going, it's not good to drive around because trees snap on roads.
Yeah. Try to make a plan ahead of time and go ahead of time instead of waiting. That's scary.
It is so.
But we do hope everybody stays safe tomorrow and just be prepared. You never know if it's going to get as bad as they say.
No,
But
it's Mother
just
Nature.
always be prepared. Try to.
Now, we haven't had a lot of updates over the last 24 hours. Today, most likely, will start the changing of it. The timeline now is noon until 8 p.m. Everything I've read, expecting, and of course it can change, 7:30ish, it kind of be out of the area. So they give it an extra 30 minutes of slowing down.
Yeah.
But it was from 10 until 8. Now it's noon until 8 for our immediate area. We'll be on top of this like all get out tomorrow, making sure that you're safe and you know everything that's going on.
But basic stuff like charge your cell phone. Have a flashlight, get your batteries. I mean, just in case stuff happens.
Wouldn't hurt. You never know with power going out, having a little extra water in the bathtub.
Right. Yeah, I've learned to do that because if you just never know if you had to flush the toilet or you need
Wash your hands.
water for something. Yeah. So.
And then depending upon whose well service you're on or what water, if their power goes out, it only works for so long of water that's in the lines.
Yeah.
So something to consider and think on there. So we've got a lot of weather activity. We want everybody to be safe. Share my page, join us, and again, we'll be here to make sure and give you in relationship to where things are going on.
Right.
We're not going to blow it out of proportion by any means. That's just wrong.
That's right. I mean, you can trust Scotty Ray.
So what did you do this weekend? You ain't even brought up a single thing.
We went to a baseball tournament. We had a tournament in Flowood. Did that.
Was that fun?
Yeah, they did pretty good, but we lost our last game by 1 point.
What?
1 point. I think that's a hard thing to do. That's hard to take when you lose by 1 point.
As the old saying goes, hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, but the boys played hard. They did, and we're proud of them. But anyway, that's what we did on Saturday, and then yesterday was pretty much just do things around the house thing. So that's it. We still are not done with everything we want to do on the remodeling stuff, so I'm ready to get it done.
I'm sure.
I'm so impatient. I'm just impatient.
No, not you.
I am impatient. Like, I want something done yesterday.
It's all a part of it. Linda
I think
Jane
that's just a woman.
is watching us this morning from Jeff Anderson. I do hope Jerry Wayne is doing okay as y'all are up at the hospital. Hope things are better for you there.
Yes.
Let's see. Robertsdale, Alabama. Amy Barrett's watching today. Hey, girl.
Anitra Humphrey, she's watching from House, Mississippi. And Kenny Smith from Philadelphia. Wayne and Dolores Roberts, good morning to y'all. I see where you've been camping and fishing. I wish I was.
Wow.
Let's see. Gail Gafford, LaWanda Grantham, good morning to y'all. And Terry Shelton, good morning.
Tommy Long watching from the big city of Stonewall. Lots there. I see Gloria Mean watching us this morning from Little Rock, Mississippi.
Charlene Etheridge is in Collinsville this morning, I know.
Uh-oh, my friend Ron Harper watching us this morning from Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Good morning, Ron. I hope you're doing well.
Almost sounds like that song, Mama, Roses for Mama. Stopped in that little flower shop there.
Yeah. Pam Grice, good morning. And Betsy Holly, good morning from Sugar Lock, Mississippi.
All right, coming up next, we're going to tell you about, the latest shooting in Meridian. Yeah, there's been several. I got a whole list of things that have happened over the weekend that, well, you need to be aware of. And we're going to talk about that in just a second, tell you where they were, what happened, and all that kind of good stuff. That's coming up next, so don't rush off. We got some action-packed news stories for you here beginning. Let's talk about what happens in Center Hill. That's Chet's Paint and Body. That's where you'll find Chet and his gang there. This morning, they're already stirring. They're getting cars ready to be taken care of. Now, if you have storm damage tomorrow, they invite you by. If a tree limb happens to bump across your car and dent it in any kind of way, or a garbage can does a rain dance on your car, come see them. They'll help you out there. There are so many different things that they do when it comes to cars, from side damage, people bumping into you, to front end damage. And probably one of the biggest areas is that front end damage there. If you've been T-boned, that's happened once or twice in life. 737-2961 will lead you to the front door there in Center Hill. From there, they'll take over, fix it. You won't have to worry about it, and they'll do it in a timely manner. They'll let you know when your car is going to be ready, and you won't be months without your car. They understand that inconvenience, and they stay on track, a timeline. It's all there. Let them process that insurance work for you. You'll find it all there at Chet's Paint and Body. Drop in and visit with them today. They'll help you in so many different ways.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville has these great savings this week. Idaho potatoes, a 5-pound bag, $2.99. California oranges, a 4-pound bag, $5.99. Heinz tomato ketchup, a 20-ounce bottle, 2 for $4. Dixie Crystal Sugar, a 4-pound bag, $2.89. Twin Pack Boston Butt, $1.69 a pound. And select New York strips, $8.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
I've lived in Mississippi my entire life. My earliest memories are right here in Jackson. This used to be my dad's clothing store. I worked here growing up. And this is my first office right out of law school. I know this area, these roads, these people. The people of Mississippi are my people. So when someone from here comes to me for help, I take that personally. Always have and always will. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. As we said, headlines from around the area. A shooting in Meridian yesterday. This happened on Martin Luther King is where this happened, the 600 block. A gentleman called 911 who had been shot at the time. This is the scene of the police arriving on it there as they mark off looking for shell casings. He was shot in the hip. Not life-threatening, but does that really matter when you're shot?
No, it doesn't. I'm sure that didn't feel well.
No, not at all. Police were all over the scene. Let's go back to the website. If you haven't visited our website at sammedia.network, do so today. Let me bring this up where you can kind of see here what we've got and bring this up full screen. This is the scene of the shooting yesterday of the police on duty. I got this. Again, this is right off Martin Luther King Street there. It's the 600 block there. He was able to crawl to that house there, and I don't blame him. I would have too. The ambulance arrived and they took care of him, got him to the hospital, the local hospital there. But that was what it looked like. Yellow tape everywhere.
Gosh.
Now,
This
also,
happens all too often around here now.
Last night, let's fast forward and I'll tell you about some more that happened. How someone did not get seriously hurt last night, I am shocked. They were getting off on exit 153, which is 22nd Avenue into Meridian. And they made a call to the police, I need some help. Turns out their car was hit at least twice with bullets. Went through the windows and went through the sides of the car. They are okay. And again, I want to say, how on earth, it's almost at the hand of God they didn't get hit. Now, was it targeted? We don't know. Was it random? I don't know if they were shooting at something else and the bullet just went astray, but the car was hit twice.
So I wonder, was it a car passing them that shot at them, or was there somebody out? Did they know that? Waiting
on police report this morning, and hopefully we'll find out more about that. But serious. Now, as we talk about that, let me just go over a couple places that had is the word gunplay. We'll say that. Saturday night, the 4500 block of Manning Street shots were reported. The 600 block there where we had the shooting. The shots at exit 153 last night. Sunday night, Mosby Road, Westgate Hills area shots fired. Sunday afternoon, shots were fired 5th and 40th, 7th Street, and 38th. A Dodge Charger was responsible for that. Sunday afternoon, shots were fired on 23rd Avenue. Around 15 shots were reported. Now, not all of those anything was hit or wounded, but it ain't nice.
No.
It's not good. This is all too often things like this are happening in our area, but it happens all over the world. As we will find out this morning, Arkansas, do you see that?
Yes.
At least 20 people, if not more, injured. One died at a car show. And it wasn't a huge town. It was
Right.
just a normal-sized little town.
That's just scary. Because
It is.
there was probably people that took their kids. I
Right.
mean, just all kind of people there. So
Again, Saturday morning, we found out that naked man has been spotted again in the Meridian area. It's getting warm, so he's in the, what's that Ray Stevens line? He's in the mood to run in the nude. He was out walking early down by Firestone. Seems to be his favorite place to walk. A lot of people say, well, why isn't he arrested? Well, the police try. He eludes them. He's pretty quick on his feet.
I mean, you would think that he'd be pretty easy to spot.
Well, he is, but he gets behind buildings and he's pretty quick. They've been he's been busy for quite some time there.
Yeah.
So let's
Goodness.
see here as we go through this, as we look at some a truck fire yesterday. Did you hear about that on the interstate?
I did not. I did not hear about that.
This is a pretty serious one here. Let's pull this up where you can see this as we go back to the website. This was on I-20 yesterday afternoon. Look at the smoke coming from this, and let's back this beautiful beam footage up where you can kind of see what happened. This is the smoke. Again, this is a F-150 black truck, and it took about that long for the entire truck to be gone.
That's scary. A girl that I worked with one time, her husband and son were in, I think it was a Jeep, and something caught fire under the hood, and in no time, they said, I mean, they were able to pull over and get out, thank goodness,
But that was the scene there.
it happened fast.
Burned to the ground quickly.
So they got out okay.
Yeah, everybody
That's
was
good.
okay on that.
That's good.
So keep that in mind as you look at these different things that go on throughout the Meridian area. Now, as we found out Saturday, it almost seems like a week ago, so much has gone on. But Saturday, we find out late Friday that charges have been filed for murder in Newton County. As we pull this up and we go back to Sam Media Network, this is what we're seeing here. They have been officially charged. This is Austin Harrell and Shauna Reynolds. They have both been charged in the murders of the two ladies from Newton County. Now, as we go deeper into this, we will also find out that Neshoba County is also involved in this. As I spoke with Jody and I spoke with Eric Clark, as it goes into this, one of the young ladies was murdered in Neshoba County, and then her body was dropped in Newton County on tribal lands. Horrible. This is an ongoing investigation. This is the only two people that is believed to be involved in the actual murders. So all the rumors that hit the streets of there were more ladies dead, that was all untrue. It got out of hand.
And do they have any kind of a motive as to why they would have done that?
Yes, but they're not releasing that. They do. And more of that is going to come out over the next few weeks. You can look for that. Now, I got a chuckle also as
I read
as I spoke to Eric Clark, and he means business. After this was put out, what I'm going to show you, he made 4 arrests. It's amazing what a little notebook can do. If it makes you paranoid, they are watching you in Neshoba County.
I would imagine that whoever the notebook belonged to, if they were taken into custody, was probably singing like a bird, trying to,
Yes.
tell who all was who on the list. So.
Let's pull this up, and I'll read you what Eric said. Deputies made an arrest of a known drug dealer in Neshoba County who just happened to have his ledger with him. The department would like you to know that it was Amnesty Weekend in Neshoba County. Your slate is clean if your name was on this list. You owe nothing to your drug dealer. The Neshoba County Sheriff's also sends each of you a message. We know every name on the list. Catch you later. And here's the list there of what they got. The notebook is packed full of names. This is just the cover there. And it just shows, I didn't know that drug dealers actually gave loans. I guess that's how they keep things going.
Well, I don't know what to read. I didn't know if this was a number of something they gave or money or what the number was out to the side of each, but,
Yeah, it could be
like
numerous
a quantity.
things. Yeah, it could be
something.
quantity.
So who knows?
We move on up the road. We go over to Union, Mississippi. Boy, y'all get that when y'all make news stories in Union, Mississippi, y'all really do it well. Let's go on over. A traffic stop yesterday, a safety checkpoint. Look at this, what they pulled out of the car. That's similar to an AK-47. I'm not exactly sure what caliber it is, but we're looking at either a 9mm, somewhere along in there, and 46 grams of marijuana. That's the way to say that is they took someone on down to the jailhouse now. And yes, there he is. Jamario was arrested. Mr. Jamario Robertson. He's been arrested. And again, remember, innocent until proven guilty. He will go and stand before a judge, and we'll find out what happens on that. But in Union, also, they're making a crackdown on that. I hadn't seen much of that in our area lately.
Yeah.
Because they had such a large supply of ammo, they hadn't had time to go buy anything else.
Yeah.
Boy, it's a mouthful of things that's going on.
I know it.
We move with sincere condolences as we look at this next story, and I talked about this morning and also on Saturday. But when you think of Meridian, and if you're a kid, there are so many people that went to stay with her.
Right.
And we're talking Miss Barbara.
I went there for a short while when I was younger. Little, you know. But yes, she was a very loved and respected lady in our community, and I actually used to work with her daughter-in-law, and a wonderful family.
Absolutely. She passed away at 7:30 on Friday night. And again, condolences to the family. She went on to become in politics. Right. She started in '87 on the city council and was a very strong voice.
Very involved in the community,
yeah.
for
Used
sure.
to, when you picked up, you heard the news, it was her name that was in it somewhere. She was fighting for somebody in her district, her ward.
Yes.
A contender there.
But so many people have the little bird. I remember that painted on the bottom of the swimming pool when I was younger. But so many people have posted wonderful things about her and how she just touched them, and it touched their lives. I mean, it's just amazing to be someone who touches that many people.
It is.
Just that has been that much of an impact on people. So she's going to be very missed. Yes.
Oh, without a doubt. Part of our community, and we do care for her and so many other people there. I want to mention this. We've got an Easter egg hunt coming up.
Okay.
Now, if you've got an event happening in Meridian, make sure to inbox us and let us know about this.
Right.
Let's see here.
Fun for the kids.
Yeah.
For sure.
We pulled this up. This is... let me pull this up where it's legible there. The Easter egg hunt is going to be the Saturday before Easter, 1 to 3, which I believe is on the 16th of April. There it is there. The Love Now Community Church is going to host this. They've got prizes and all kinds of things for the kids.
That'll be fun.
Northeast Park is where that will be.
So bring your basket, I'm sure. But yeah, that'll be extra fun for the kids. I know mine always loved the Easter egg hunts.
Did y'all do those at home to where they'd put money in some of the Easter eggs?
Yeah, we'd have like a big gold one, or something, put $1 in it or something, But, we always used to, when I was younger, we would hide real eggs.
Yeah,
You wouldn't find them all, and then you'd hit one with a lawnmower.
And you would know where it was.
Awful. Yeah. But still, though, with the plastic ones, we always... can't find a couple of them.
Right.
You'll find them like a year later. But that's fun for the kids, though.
Not too long from now, support these guys because they help you out as we go to Long Creek. They're going to be having a pancake breakfast, and that's going to be April the 2nd from 7 till 11. Donations come by, get you something to eat, and, they help save your homes when things happen. Maybe you're in a car wreck. They come to you. They're the guys that put on the boots and run out in the middle of the night, whether it's raining or whatever the case is.
And that'll be out on Zero Road, 4892, I think it says Zero Road.
A few other things. And again, we'd love to hear about your community events. All you got to do is send it to us. We've got a horse event coming up that I don't have in front of me that was sent over the weekend. Didn't have time to get that one together yet, but we're going to there. See, one prize egg with $1 in it at my house growing up, Bill said. I remember silver dollars being put in the bigger eggs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mom and dad used to collect those. I don't know. I remember them having a bunch of silver dollars and all that kind of
it's
stuff.
always fun to hold on to one of those. They weigh a lot.
It is.
I like that. As we broke the story of this is just most horrifying. And this happened in Mississippi.
I saw that. I was just like floored that the little girl would be.
I know. She was found, and let me pull this up where you can see the bigger picture. Look how sweet she is.
Yes.
She was found in a field wearing nothing but a T-shirt. That's all she had. No diaper, no shoes, no nothing. This gentleman right here is her father. And I don't think you can't call him daddy because that's not what he is. He's a father is the best I can word that. She was found wandering down a road in Pearl River County there in the field. He left her at around 5 a.m. in the morning. She was found at 9:30 that day out there, and she could have walked in front of a car.
Right.
Y'all think about that. He has been identified as Brian Davis. He's from Gulfport, and he's been arrested on felony child neglect charges. They've got her in the custody of Child Protective Services. It breaks
awful.
my heart.
Me too. People just, I don't understand. I mean, if you don't want to take care of a child, you should not have a child.
So many people can't have children that want them. And then this happens. Now, I don't know where the mother was. I don't know that backstory on that as of yet. But this is going to be an ongoing thing, and we'll keep you in the loop as best we can. And she is Denise said she's a pretty girl. She is just beautiful.
Yeah. Why would you do that? I mean, I wonder what his whole, why would he just, did he mean to just abandon her, or did he, I just don't understand that.
No details on that yet, but he drove off into the sunset. We had a wreck yesterday in Meridian, too. And this was a humdinger.
Goodness, that must...
Over, y'all know where Harry Mayers
Right.
is? Right there by the neighborhood Walmart. I believe that's 39 and 33rd Street. Here's the pictures from that. Look at that.
That is a bad one. That's a bad spot. That's a busy spot. And I think so many people maybe try to make that light,
Right.
or something.
Candace, I've been telling you about cleaning out your car, and we don't want this to happen if you have an auto accident.
Oh, goodness, yeah, that'd be bad.
I don't know what
My
he was...
car is not, it's not like that.
What is that?
I don't know.
It
I don't know
almost-
if it was in the back of a truck.
Yeah, it was the back of a
looks kinda
truck.
like an antifreeze bottle.
Yeah.
Some kind of something.
Yeah, there's the truck there. It was in the back of a truck, but I'm telling you, he had a full load. There's the little truck there. A full load of something. Maybe he was going to the dump.
Maybe so.
I pulled up at a red light yesterday, and I looked over to my left, and I couldn't see the little lady. She was driving an F-250, and it was packed. It was like a 94 model. It was packed to all the way past the back glass. The entire passenger seat was full, and you could just barely see the top of her hairline. And I thought, have mercy.
Well, we kind of had the same thing. We passed somebody the other day. It was a little bitty car, and they had stuff in every window. I mean, she couldn't have seen out the window to get to see anything coming around her. And then she was up in almost like at the steering wheel like this, up in the window. I thought, how do you
Bless her.
drive like that?
I can't even stand up. And my daddy was bad about this. Me and him had so many arguments over it, laying a piece of paper on the windshield that reflected on the windshield. I can't handle it.
I can't either. I have to take it down. It drives me crazy.
But he did
I
it.
have a crack in my windshield right now that
Yeah.
I've got to get fixed, and that is driving me crazy.
It's kicking in. So you ain't gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah. It's can't handle it.
We found out, when was that we got that note? A few months back that if you live in Lauderdale County that you're going to be paying property taxes a lot more next year because they're going to build a courthouse. And I understand that the one we've got now is not in good shape, but they're going to build a new one at the old mall. So your property taxes are going up. Be ready for that. Now, and I mentioned this morning, as everybody is holding hands and jumping around the aisles in Jackson, Mississippi, the capital, going, we're getting rid of state income taxes. They say, well, hold on to your britches, because not everything that meets the eye is going on here.
Right.
They're getting rid of that, but which means they're going to be at a loss for money, which means probably your land taxes are going to go up to cover the loss of income there.
Right.
They'll probably make more money by doing land taxes than the other.
Well, it's always some kind of a little gimmick thing to it. It seems like, just like when they raised, I think they had a raise in the Social Security or something that you were getting, but then they charged you more for Medicare.
Yeah, so you got nothing.
So it's like, really, they didn't give you anything.
But they'll
much.
stand over here and say, oh, you got it. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
This is not going to be good. I hate to even have to tell you about that. That's just...
Speaking about state and local level things, did
What you got?
anybody else get like this survey packet in the mail? Did y'all get that? Talking about like they wanted all the males in the household to fill it out, and it was like asking every kind of question about everything you do.
I think
Like,
it's a conspiracy, and they're
it's
just spying on
weird.
y'all.
I was like, who would answer all this? I mean, they wanted to know every little thing about you, and they just wanted the males between 18 and 24 to fill it out. I don't know.
Well, nobody
It
in your
odd
house,
to
was
me.
it?
It was odd. Yeah, we won't be filling that out. Anyway.
That is, but I don't give information like that.
Well, I mean, I could understand if it was a survey for whatever kind
Census.
of purpose. Yeah, something like that. This was every question about you. It's like crazy.
Have you done this? Have you done that?
Right. I mean, where do you go to the movies? How many times do you go to the movies? What, just every little, your health care,
A
your
lot.
voting stuff.
A lot of those television, which they used to send out these packets where they find out all this of what you watch, and then where they can go after who would watch you.
Right. It's just odd. Yeah, and $1 was in there.
Yeah,
$1
that's exactly-
bill.
That's most likely. Yeah, that's what that is then.
I don't know.
It's ratings is what that is.
It was crazy, though, that all the questions that were asked. So,
Don't give in. Candace ain't going to tell y'all nothing. It ain't happening.
that's my business.
Welcome. Again, chilly right now as we wait for a high of 75 a little bit later on today. So it's going to be great weather. Y'all stay close. We've got more coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Patrick Allen Companies services and repairs all brands of overhead doors, residential and commercial. Our service technicians are factory trained and have over 125 years of combined experiences. At Patrick Allen Companies, we are not interested in being the biggest, just the best. At Patrick Allen Companies, our philosophy is simple. We want to give you more than you expect. We are just 4 miles south of Meridian on Highway 145. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
I'm Michael Swansea. I'm an Alpha insurance agent. 9 out of 10 people don't understand what insurance actually is. I want to fix that. I want to take the opportunity to sit down with you and your family and really go over your insurance and make sure that y'all are protected. I don't want y'all going to bed at night wondering during the next emergency, during the next claim, am I going to be covered? Give me a chance to sit down with you and your family and fix that and make a difference.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace on this early Monday morning. We do hope everything is going well for you, no matter where you are.
That's right. Hope you're having a good morning.
Yeah, because tomorrow you're going to be going, what's the weather doing? We'll be here to tell you more about it.
I'll be in a panic because I always hate that when I'm trying to work and I got kids here, kids there, and worry about them,
But we'll be in touch with local officials as well as we watch weather to make sure no changes. Now, let me address this. A lot of people going, why aren't schools out? And always with this, we'll know more tomorrow. But if it concerns you enough to where you worry about that, me personally, I would not let my child go if it, regardless of what a school does.
Or pick
You
them
have
up
to make that
early.
decision.
Yeah. Or you could pick them up early,
But we will
Usually
watch it.
usually if it's going to be really bad, they do make a decision, but, you never know.
Correct, but they have not done that yet. But again,
Right.
If you're that type that want to make sure that your family is all together, go ahead and make that decision before then.
Right.
That's your right as a parent to do that. So there you go. Let's go back in time and look at a few things that happened on this date in history. I know that you know this, oh boy. We go back to 1949, and Eddie Money was born on this day. I want to go back. He had several of those songs that were good. Eddie Money. Let's see here, a few other things that happened on today. Let's go back to 1962. I know he's been in other shows, but I couldn't tell you any of them because his face is familiar, but we all know him from this.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was the funniest. I mean, it was pretty funny.
It was.
Yeah. I felt so sorry for the guy that was his friend, though, that the dad's car got
Where he
all
kept
torn
kicking
up.
it.
Oh, yeah. He was mad, and he kicked that car and went straight in reverse out the back.
It was. That was, and I guess, what was the song that they sang in that in the parade?
Oh, gosh.
I knew it before I said it, and I have forgotten.
I can't remember, but.
Okay, there I am. I'm back. It said I lost your mic. Okay. There we go. We're back on now. Whoops. 2 Tickets to Paradise, Eddie Money. That was one of the ones there that was mentioned that he done.
Yeah.
I got 2 tickets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there. Yeah. All right. Glad to have the mic back on. Sorry about
I'll
that.
probably think about that in a little while, the song. But that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Ferris Bueller, The Big Parade. What was the song that they sang? If you remember, let us know so I won't be sitting here scratching my head all day.
I remember the principal that came to his house got attacked by the dog. Remember?
That was funny. It's a Wayne Newton song, Rosemary says. What was it? It's killing me. I'm going to have to go back now after the show and dig that up. Hey, Donald Trump's favorite lady in the whole wide world. No, it's only one woman. It's Rosie O'Donnell, he said during that debate. Who could remember that? Couldn't forget that. 62, she was born on this day. There it is. Amy is our savior. Twist and shout. Come on, baby.
You want us to sing it for y'all?
I can't sing.
Well,
I'll let
No.
this young lady sing.
No.
1977, I remember, and Ken, if you're watching this morning, Ken Rainey was the first time I ever heard this. I was on the back seat, and Glenn Campbell come across that old AM radio, and Southern Nights was number one on this date back in 77 from Glenn Campbell.
That was a little upbeat song.
Yeah. Have you ever felt a Southern night? They were good. They were good. Our lives would probably be worried from spring until fall over this. Everywhere you went, it was the most talked about subject. It was 1980. Every football game that you ever went to played the theme song. But it would be tonight, somewhere around 8 p.m., that we would all sit down in front of a chair, and this would happen. Somebody shot JR.
That's right. You know, he was such a good actor.
Whew.
I mean, he played that part to a T.
He did.
He really did. And if you ever watched him on I Dream of Jeannie, you know, he was kind of goofy, funny.
Yeah.
And I would have never thought he'd have make the, you know,
The transition
to this. But he was good at what he
But,
did.
you know, and I kept thinking, I remember as a kid thinking that Sue Ellen done it, that she'd finally gotten fed up with him. And then there was the thought of Ray Krebs may have had enough.
Did they who shot him, really?
His girlfriend, his mistress.
Okay. I
Kristen
couldn't remember.
Shepard played the part.
Yeah.
But, you know, even Cliff Barnes was probably one of the ones that they really wanted you to think shot him.
I was watching one of the new Dallas, you know, when everybody was grown up, and John Ross, his son, was grown and all that, and Bobby's son was grown, Christopher or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, it had the Ray Krebs guy on there, I think, or it had the other one that you were just talking about.
Barnes?
Cliff Barnes, Pam's brother, was on there. And everybody would look so old, though. You know, of course
yes.
they were. I mean,
Pam had it going on back in the day, her and her Corvette.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they had Sue Ellen, who used to be Miss Texas, on there.
that's right. They were saying, LaWanda said that Sue Ellen's sister, Kristen.
That's
the one
exactly
that
who
shot
it
him.
was.
Yeah.
Then, if y'all all remember, in the early thing there, Ray Krebs, a ranch foreman, was having a fling with the blonde. What was her name? Lucy. Then we'd find out a couple seasons later that was really his niece. Whoops.
Goodness.
Yeah, they kind of hid that after that. 1981, you would wake up and Willie Nelson would have a number one song. It wasn't one of my favorite Willie songs, but it was number one. An Angel Flying Too Close to the Ground. If you're a big Willie fan.
I don't remember that song unless I've heard it and just don't recognize the name of the
Can't
song.
help it. I got a couple things out of order. It's going to be okay this morning of the year. I got kind of carried away. 93, this was huge. Flatwoods, Kentucky, this old boy came from. You'd start hearing that achy break, and you thought, oh, he's a flash in the pan. Then we found out that he really could sing, that it was more to him than just some achy breaky and a mullet, as he would have Some Gave All. This was the album. It would sell and sell, and what a strong message that album had.
Yeah.
It. I'll never forget that one, and I don't think most Americans will either.
Yeah.
2005, they could sing, and the lead singer there, they've broken up now. They've gone their separate ways. Retired, I think, is the word they use. Always expect a comeback tour to be coming, because they'll need something bought, a new bus, a new home, or something.
I didn't realize they had broken up.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m.
Mug shot of the middle one. So.
Yes, there was. Fast Cars and Freedom was number one on this date.
Yeah.
As we look here, let's see what else has gone on today. This is where I got kind of out of order. I think we all remember this from the early 80s. REO Speedwagon was just like, was it the belly dancing type slow dance songs that they done?
I used to love to listen to all the older groups like this. So.
Keep On Loving You was number one on this date. I bet y'all remember that one.
Yes. Good one.
All right. If you watched this interview and you didn't think, I don't think I want my kid, or okay, maybe even me hanging out. In 2001, we would learn. Now, I want y'all to listen to what I'm fixing to say. If you know anybody that's doing this,
It's odd.
yes.
It's odd.
Michael Jackson's interior decorator told Time magazine that he kept 17 life-size dolls, adult and children, fully dressed in the bedroom with him so that he would feel like he wasn't alone. Okay, everybody let that sink in.
That's weird / sad. It really is sad in a way. I mean, really? You got to have dolls in there to feel like you're not
And
alone.
look, I don't care what
That's
you say. This
odd.
man had surgery. That ain't a normal nose no more.
No, I think he looked better before he started all that.
Yeah,
it was kind of like he was addicted to plastic surgery because I don't think there was much left to work with.
And they said he was bleached. That he
had that.
He had a skin disease.
Vitiligo, I think is what it's
Yeah.
called, where the skin is splotched. So I guess he had bleached his skin to try to make it one tone. But sad.
We need to add this as a feature to our show because I used to love this show. Who remembers the Gong Show? Anybody remember that? They'd get up and sing whatever it was or a comedy act, and if they were bad, one of the four judges would go up and gong them and drag them off stage. It would be this date that we learned that the host of the show, Chuck Barris, died in 2017.
Wasn't there some kind of controversy about him though?
Maybe, I don't know.
I thought there was some kind of
Could be.
controversy.
You have to fill me in a little bit.
Yeah.
If you
Had to look
remember.
that up.
Yeah. But Chuck Barris passed away. But that really was a good show. People that thought they had, their mom had told them all their life that they were really funny, right up until they got there in front of the judges.
That's kind of like on American Idol when
Yeah.
people tell somebody, you've got to go to American Idol and you've got to do it because you can sing so good. And then they get up there and it's like, oh my goodness, who in the world allowed them to go?
You talk about Simon. He was honest. He has come out of retirement now. I saw this weekend to where he's gone back to work for a record label and they're paying him astronomical money
Oh, really?
to go around the country and find people that can sing and bring back for a record deal. So if you bump into him somewhere, sing in the hall if your mama told you could sing.
Yeah.
Sometimes mama doesn't know everything.
Yeah.
What was it in The
She
Water Boy?
loves you. She loves you.
Mama is wrong. And that was about the time.
Mama tried.
You got attacked. Let's talk about our friends, and you know them well. When you stop in there all the time, the cleanest. And I kid y'all not, if you haven't been in to one of the Maple stores, they are clean. They always smell like something fresh. Pine Sol just clean because, well, it just has been. That's what you'll find there. And they've got breakfast served up right now over at the Chevron store on Paul Street and also in Causeyville. Whether you're looking for bacon and eggs or something good to eat with grits, they got that. Look at that. It looks good. Now, we're making our way. What is today's Monday?
It is.
All right, let's look. What we got?
Red beans and rice, baked chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, broccoli and cheese casserole, butter beans, cabbage, and a roll or cornbread.
See, I've
Sounds
never
great.
taken you for a cabbage eater.
I love cabbage.
Really?
Yes. Kurt hates it.
I'm not a
He's
cabbage
like,
eater.
nobody should eat anything that smells that bad. That's what he says. But
You get-
cabbage is good for you, too.
Yes, it is. A meat and two sides and sweet tea, all for $8.99. You pick what you want there. They have anything that you want, a custom order, they've got for you there as well. As you come along the Loyalty Coffee Program, your 6 cup of coffee is free, along with cold drinks, moon pies, candy bars, and, of course, pizza. You can find that over at the Bonita and Pine Springs store. So much to choose from. You name it, they have it for you there. Ice cream to lottery tickets. 6 locations from Bonita, Pine Springs, Causeyville, to Last Chance on 493 Broadmoor and 31st Avenue. See them today. They're our friends. They'll certainly take care of you there.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Commercial vehicle accidents are difficult cases. I'm your Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. If you've been injured in an accident that involved a commercially owned vehicle, remember, I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah.
Roy, you were on the Gong Show?
Oh, in the 70s, early 70s. Sang and played 6 days on the road. You got second place.
Good job
That's
there.
neat.
Bill says that, what is it that he was saying about Chuck
when I was
Barris?
saying that there was some kind of controversy about Chuck Barris, I
Yeah.
remember because I watched a documentary and it said that he said that and I remember this now, some people claim that he was a CIA agent.
How do I know you're not?
You don't.
Well,
never
there
know.
you go.
Yeah.
A little bit of checking there. We'll have to dig more into that. Judge Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court, has been put in the hospital, flu-like symptoms.
Goodness.
We do hope he recovers, but that's breaking news this morning. And another story, if y'all have not paid attention, and I've got this on my timeline where you can watch it, an airplane has crashed in China this morning. Horrifying as you watch that plane go nosedive.
Mm-hmm.
It dropped from 30,000 feet within a minute and a half and crashed.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, the fire and flames, you can only expect that there are no survivors. When we went live, it had not been officially said, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's slim to none chance.
Mm-hmm. It was carrying 123 passengers and 9 crew members. That's horrible.
It is. As that story works and has more going on today, we'll pass that along to you. Some good news in L.A. that we're going to a wreck. 5 L.A. officers were on a helicopter that crashed. They all survived. I've never ridden in a helicopter. I've seen video of them going down.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle to walk away from something like that.
I don't know that I would want to ride in a helicopter. That's too close to feeling like I'm just riding in a little box.
Well, the current ones I might can handle, but if you remember, like the ones that were on MASH that don't have doors and windows, and you just put,
They'd have to give me some kind of sedate me and throw me in the back with a blindfold, just in case I woke up.
Oh, Roy said he got to meet Steve Martin there also.
Oh, okay.
3
That's
wild
neat.
and crazy guys.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That little skit was funny.
Saturday Night Live back when it was.
That's when it was funny.
It was.
Gilda Radner, when she was on there. Dan
Rosanna
Aykroyd. Dana.
Eddie Murphy. I mean, that just really.
Oh yeah.
The scene where he talked about if you're walking through a bad neighborhood and you're fixing to get mugged, he goes, "Take your gold chain and put it around your lip and go, achoo," and he goes, "Ain't nobody gonna steal nothing from you."
Well, like Chris Farley, even that, it was funny when he was on there. He was always funny because he was just so over the top, just crazy acting. But that's when it was funny. It's just gotten to where it's just.
Everything is PC, and then they go after a certain group of Americans.
It's totally political now, it seems like, and it's cruel. Even they were making fun of like stuff with the Ukrainian disaster that's going on over there. It's horrible. They were making fun the other night.
That's not right.
So anyway, not funny anymore to me.
Kentucky. This is disturbing. With this headline, I expect to see lawsuits probably start piling in when the lady thought she was doing what was right. You remember back in Kentucky in 2015 when the lady would not issue marriage license to same-sex couples?
Yes.
She said that she believed that was the law at the time, and she didn't issue them. They're saying that she violated all of their constitutional rights. You can most likely expect lawsuits to follow this. I don't know what else to say on that, but that is headlines this morning. Let's see. We had what state was this? Wisconsin. We had a child that was in a cafeteria. That there was 2 or 3 of them fighting. And the cop that was on hand that worked at the school done the unthinkable, put a knee on a neck. You can expect a lot more things to come out of this.
Yeah.
Here's
That's not a smart move there.
No, there's the picture of them doing it. It doesn't show the child, but it shows him with his knee on the neck. And you can bet there will be trouble come from that.
Yeah.
That's a headline this morning there. You and I briefly talked about this. This is... How could you not see it coming unless you're not paying attention to your job?
Right.
A drawbridge. As we go to Florida, the lady that does that for a living is in trouble. A 79-year-old was walking on that. They lifted the bridge up. She fell. She's going to be charged. She's manslaughter is what she's being charged for.
That's awful. Yeah, that's something you should check, and triple check, you know, before you hit the button, I would imagine, or whatever you do.
We're starting to see where there's
Crazy.
not many of those left, where they build the bridges taller now to where they don't have to let them go up and down.
Yeah, because there was like a bicyclist, or is that how you say that, bicyclist?
Sounds right. I'm going to go with what Candace
Someone
said.
riding a bike, that fell off when he was riding. I guess he tried to make it. I wouldn't even attempt that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even want to be. You're not supposed to even be on the thing at all.
When it goes up.
At all. So
Maybe she was
crazy.
halfway up and she didn't pay attention. We don't know.
I don't know. Anyway.
As we look at this, we are in a world of cancel culture across the United States. We saw that the Washington Redskins, well, they can no longer be the Washington Redskins. Today's headline, Walt Disney is apologizing. There was a high school group and their cheers. And apparently the school has a Native American mascot. And in the cheer, it mentioned something about scalp them and war cries and it shows the video. It's just, but now they're apologizing for that happening during the parade.
Well, I mean, I could understand. That's kind of odd saying scalp them, but yeah.
But that used to be a part of all cheers. I mean,
Yeah.
it was.
I was a cheerleader. We never yelled scalp them.
But that wasn't your school mascot.
I know, but still, I'm sure we played the Indians or whatever. Anyway, but I don't know. Anyway, that's different. But the cancel culture thing, it's just gone way too far. I mean, it's crazy that a man can say they're a woman and be in a woman's sports and dominate it.
Oh, the biggest thing right now is the swim team.
Right.
That
That's what
is
I'm referring
everywhere.
to, pretty much. The guy that keeps dominating, that. And it's just, I mean, used to we had this society that really upheld the women. And, they were like, oh, women, and all this women's rights and women this, women that. And then you have a man that comes in and just totally, I mean, I would think it would be devastating when you're a woman trying to make it in a sport like that. And
Trained all
somebody
your
comes
life.
in that's not even biologically, and I don't, if somebody gets aggravated with me about that, that's fine. But I'm just, if you're not biologically a woman, I don't think that you should be able to play in a woman's sport. I just don't.
It's a mess right now in America over that.
You want to dress like a woman, but you're a man, go, swim amongst the men dressed like a woman or saying you're a woman. But
there's going to be more about this coming out. It's
crazy.
As we watch this sport.
Look, I could say I'm a doctor. Would you let me work on you? Would you let me? Look, I'm saying I'm a doctor, I'm just saying as a joke, but I'm just saying like anybody can say they're what they want to be and everybody's supposed to bow down to that. It's just crazy to me.
Like if you want to go in a women's restroom, well, I felt like I was a woman for a minute there.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee can find out the truth is all I'm going to say on that. We've got more coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace as this Monday morning travels along. Remember about the weather that is coming up tomorrow. We all want to be aware of our surroundings, what's going on. Let's talk about Snowden and Company. Boy, Snowden and Company do so much here when it comes to buying homes. They've got a lot there. And if you need a new home, downsize, upgrade, whether your family is getting bigger and you got a bunch of young'uns, you don't have enough bedrooms, talk to them. Tell them what you're looking for. When it comes available, they'll call you and put you on the list. Rachel and Alan, well, they just bought a home. They do this. So many people downsize. The older they get, they don't need that much room. Talk to them. Leslie, Donna, Amanda. Well, yeah, they were chosen some of the best here. See them. That dream home is probably awaiting you there. They're going to be open till 5 today, by appointment on Saturday and closed on Sunday. They'll handle you anywhere from Clark, Neshoba, all the way up here to the Jackson area. Maybe you're looking for double wide or you just want land to build on. Whatever the case is, and they also do some building as well. Talk to Snowden and Company. They'll see that, and you'll find out why so many people use them. Designated seller representative and also certified negotiating expert, Amanda and her team. See them. You'll find them all at Snowden and Associates today. You'll be glad that you talked to them.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
When an accident occurs with a commercial vehicle, it's not just another accident. These accidents become a responsibility of not only the company driver, but also their employer.
If you've been injured in an accident, remember, one call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. And don't forget, we've got a spring, how do you say the word?
Extravaganza.
Couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Gift
is
show.
Yeah. The 23rd, it'll kick off at 9 till 4 at the old Office Max building. Going to be a lot of things going on there. We'll be telling you more about this as it gets near. So be ready. Nothing like a spring show to go to.
If you need any more information, you can contact Becky Brown, 601-480-1776.
Becky, take care of you. With a smile and all, too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We had something about Martin Day brought up. Is that right?
Yes, Wayne Roberts said Martin Day is going to be coming up, and they're going to be selling chicken plates, and it's all to benefit the Martin Fire Department. And also, Wayne's going to be cooking the baked beans, so you're going to have to get you some of those.
He got good baked beans?
I'm sure he does. So, yeah, y'all check that out.
Now, you may be heartbroken over this next news and sob a little bit and have to go to reruns, but Maury, who's been on the air for 30 years, is going away. Maury Povich. And isn't he the one that does, okay, we're going to check your DNA and see if this is your kid?
Yeah, they're like, you are not the father. Yeah.
Like, whoops.
Yeah, all the time. I can't take it. I just can't.
That's not your
And
kind.
then when they find out they're not the father, somebody's going to beat somebody up.
Always a fight.
They're going to take them, and then somebody's going to fall out backstage. They're going to have to give them.
But has anything ever been beaten as, of course, they have those big arguments on Fox News now. The guy hit with the chair, and I went blank, with the big, thick mustache that's a Fox.
Geraldo,
when he got beat with the chair on the show and broke his nose. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, that was the biggest thing that ever happened on a talk show.
I had to look that up. But he and Dan Bongino, they were fussing one day on there. They were, arguing. And he turned his back to the camera. Did you see that?
Yes.
He threw a napkin or a paper towel or something at the screen and then turned his back. And I don't think they like each other too much at all.
I'm telling you, it was nothing compared to that one where he got waylaid with the chair.
Goodness gracious.
Those things happen on talk shows. You'll see that from time to time. As you'll see this as we go, we got a couple of minutes left here, 4 minutes left before we have to go. This is kind of like implanting, conditioning you, I think is the word for it. The United States is paying money for you to tell on Russian assets. Like if you know a Russian that's got something hid in the United States, they'll pay you for that information. It starts with something like this, and then, it'll be, what's your neighbor doing? We'll give you a little bonus here if you tell on them. Just saying, it's a condition. Not saying that the Russians, we need to let them get away with anything, but when you start paying people, it's conditioning to something bigger later. My thoughts. I could be wrong. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Oh, and how I could ever forget not making this the number one story this morning. I almost lost sleep over it.
Yeah. Put together one more time.
Jennifer and Ben have moved in together, and they are buying a house together.
That was a, what do you call it? A rebound relationship?
Yeah.
Definitely. She was, with A-Rod for the longest time. And right after they broke up, right after, she starts seeing him again. So
they're getting a $50 million mansion, so it's going to be more than a one-night stay is what I'm thinking here. But if you're into that kind of thing, that's the latest story that you'll read in a tabloid standing in line at the grocery store. Are those as big as they used to be, the National Enquirer and those types of things? Is it still big?
They're still up there. I see them, but I don't know if I think everybody kind of caught on that don't believe everything you see in
the Cosmo, is that big with ladies still?
I guess. I don't know. I don't read magazines very much. I don't have time to really do anything except work and just basically do house cleaning. So that's it. I don't have extra time.
I have the magazine for you, Good Housekeeping.
Yeah. I guess I could read that if I have time. I'm so tired at night. I don't really have time to. I'm tired.
She's tired, folks.
Ray.
All right, we got severe weather coming in tomorrow. Do not forget about this as we prepare for storms tomorrow. We'll be here all throughout the day to let you know exactly what's going on. Again, that's coming up tomorrow as we look at this. We got just enough time to show you this again. Weather moving in somewhere around noon until 8 p.m. Be weather alert tomorrow. We'll be here, as I said, to let you know all about this as it nears our area.
We hope it's not as bad as they think, but
That's right.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Thank y'all for coming by. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, have a great day.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by our following partners: